Hello fledglings, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and recently I released a massive video covering the entirety of Pokemon Colosseum. In that video, we had a shiny hunt for Shadow Togetic. However, because that video is so massive, I wanted to cut out that section and make it a standalone video as well, for anyone who hasn't had the time to watch the full video. Because I really can't blame you. This is that entire shiny hunt section, as well as a few extra clips that had to be cut originally. So, if you want to see all the shiny hunt highlights without all the story stuff, this is the video for that. And if you do want to check out the full story, I'd love if you checked out that full video, because I seriously spent almost a year working on it. It would mean a lot to me. But either way, I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, symbolism aside, this is the final fight for a Shadow Pokemon, and fittingly, it is against myself. Not myself as a trainer, but rather, it's a test of my own willpower. Let me break the fourth wall here for a bit. We're going to snag back that last Shadow Pokemon, but not just that. No, we're going to shiny hunt it. Now, I'm no stranger to shiny hunts. I've done hundreds of them. I consider myself fairly patient, but this is another beast. A true test of my patience. I've hatched eggs, used the Poke Radar, chain fished, SOS chained, Dex navved, horde encountered, catch comboed, used Ultra Warp Ride, scoured mass outbreaks, Dynamax adventures, and of course, soft reset. So many methods in search of those elusive sparkles. On the surface, this looks like a simple soft reset hunt, but believe me, this is so much worse. Let's lay everything out there. So, Togetic looks to be locked behind some absolute nonsense. First of all, it required us to catch every other shadow in the game. That's the easy part. It's done so we can check that off the list. Next, it takes place at Outskirt Stand, one of the few locations without a save point in it. Yeah, I haven't mentioned it till now because it hasn't been relevant, but you can't save everywhere. You can only do so at a PC. That means for every attempt, we have to walk back from a save point. That means at least one loading screen when we change locations. That doesn't seem like much, but across so many resets, that short cutscene will add up. Next, it's in a battle with 5 other Pokemon, but it's sent out as either the first or last Pokemon of the match. So if we spam spread moves like Surf, and I'm not paying attention, it may be sent out on a spread move and get knocked out. That ends the attempt. Those 5 other Pokemon do slow down the match though, so spread moves make it way faster and are definitely the way to go. Additionally, bringing multiple Pokemon means more animations, and also if they're below level 100, they will gain experience, which adds another message to mash through, which takes time. At level 100 though, they'll definitely KO Togetic. Oh, also did I mention that while the enemy team is around level 60, Togetic is only level 20. So even a lower level Pokemon has a strong chance of outright KOing it, but it'll also in turn get easily taken down by the other enemy Pokemon if it's too low level. Finally is the way that shiny shadow Pokemon work in Colosseum. It's a little complicated, but to simplify it, the game won't roll for a Pokemon's shininess until you catch it. That means it won't look shiny when the enemy sends it out, but once we catch it, it can become shiny and will appear as such when we send it out into battle or in the menu. Oh, and the best part? This is full odds. 1 in 8,192. No shiny charm, no way to improve the chances. Just you against the RNG. A true test of luck and patience. This is what I live for. Rally luck, baby. We might not be able to improve the shiny odds. That 1 in 8,192 is an immutable fact of the universe. It's not gonna budge. But we can reduce the time this hunt takes slightly by playing smart. So, what can we do to make this very painful process at least a little more streamlined? Let's start with the location. Outskirt Stand, as mentioned, doesn't have a save point. Or does it? See, this is essentially your starting location, much like your home in the mainline games. If you faint without ever having saved at another PC, this is the default location you get sent to. Well, obviously beating the entire game without saving, that's not very realistic. Also, I've saved other places already, so that's out anyway. But there's another instance that sends you back to your home location. In the mainline series, if you beat the game, when you resume you start at home. The same is true here. If you beat the final boss, you resume your journey right here. You still need to walk over to start the fight, but it's a bit faster. That doesn't seem like much, but again, across hundreds and thousands of attempts, that tiny bit of time save adds up. Next, streamlining animations and messages. No, you can't turn animations off, but by having our Pokemon at level 100, they won't gain experience. That means no messages for that or level ups, which means less dialogue to mash through, which means we get to Togetic faster. But what about the battles themselves? We still need to quickly beat the other mons while not harming our Shadow fledgling. We need to pay attention and not accidentally mash our attacks while Togetic is on the field. This is a long hunt. It'll be hard to pay attention all the time. Accidents happen. How do we prevent them? Spread moves are off the table, right? Well, not quite. Surf or Rock Slide would take Togetic out, for sure being such a squishy little guy, but Togetic just so happens to be flying. Can you feel that? That's right, that's the unmistakable rumble of an earthquake. By spamming Earthquake, we can safely mash A for our attacks without fear of accidentally hitting Togetic. As a bonus, our Doppelganger's team is mostly vulnerable to it, with the exception of Togetic and Gyarados. So there's our answer, right? We need a Mon with Earthquake and enough power to one-shot the rest of his team, and keeping Togetic safe doesn't matter now, right? Well, Gyarados being on field does mean we need something that doesn't faint against it. We could just beat it, but that does mean watching it faint, the end of battle animations, and dialogue, then opening the menu. It might be a bit faster than watching Gyarados attack each turn, technically speaking, but I'd personally rather just open the menu and check there. The Gyarados knows Earthquake, so something immune to that would be ideal, and it also has Hydro Pump. Resisting that would be nice. That's right, it's time for Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's dragon. Those dragons I traded in, their names are Sorak and Beakamos, and I trained them specifically for this. Capable of sweeping the Fake's team while flying high out of danger and leaving the target unharmed. They're aerial ace fighters who are able to easily sweep the main story final boss team so that we can start each encounter here in Outskirt Stand. Everything's leading up to this. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. So, let's see it all in action. We start our first match, sweep through his team with ease, and Togetic comes out. I still have the Master Ball. Catching Togetic is as easy as that. Check it, see if it's shiny, reset, repeat. Right? Well, there's always another catch. One of my fatal flaws is that I'm a little shallow. I'm doing all this to get a shiny Pokemon. I want it to look as special as it can be. How about a Pokeball to match it? Say, I don't know, a Premier Ball? That's special, right? It sure is, but that is gonna add time to the hunt. I know, all that optimization and time save, and I'm throwing it away using a ball that isn't 100% guaranteed. Yep, that's foolish. Yep, that's a waste. Yep. Look, if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna jump through all these hoops, I might as well go the distance. I'm doing it my way. No regrets. The Master Ball is still here as a backup if the Togetic is about to faint due to Shadow Rush recoil, but I'd really rather have it in the Premier Ball. So, RNG is gonna get plenty more laughs in as I struggle against not just the shiny odds, but the capture odds too. The extra condition of wanting to catch it in the Premier Ball unfortunately adds a lot of extra headache. It's actually why we're going with Dragonite and Salamence. While the two are pretty similar and both fulfill the requirements for getting Togetic on its own no problem, only Dragonite has access to Thunder Wave, so we can status Togetic and improve our odds of catching it in the Premier Ball. It also has Dragon Rage for a flat 40 damage, which even at Togetic's low level, will never be enough to KO it in one hit. Hail can also be used to chip its HP at the cost of dragging the battle out by a lot, due to adding multiple extra animations each turn. Since we're relying on Dragon Rage, it's a good thing Togetic isn't a Fairy type yet, huh? Whew, boy. That sure is a lot of conditions to juggle. That's okay though. There's no perfect strategy due to my stubbornness of ball choice, but I optimized things as best as I could. At least that's what I thought. As the hunt continued, I'd think up some new optimizations, which I'll discuss later, but for now, we can get into the action. First things first, we actually have to get to Outskirt Stand. which means another round against the not-so-elite four, Nascor and, surprise surprise, Evis, who once again broke out of prison for a rematch. Don't worry, none of this prep work section is canon. Earthquake makes short work of most things, but we do need a move to deal with the flying Pokemon here. Thunderbolt works fine, though Ice Beam would be the choice if anyone here had a Flygon or Claydol. Anyway, Evis is on his way back to Coupon Town, and with that, we return to Outskirts Stand. Finally, at long last, with all the prep done, the hunt can actually begin. Strap in for a long ride. There we go, finally got it. That's our first check. Normally, shiny Togetic doesn't look very different from regular Togetic. It's just that the red and blue flip, and it's like a slightly different shade of white, very slight. But in this game, it actually turns like goldish color, so it's very obvious when it's a shiny Shadow Togetic. Yo, we got the Togetic up first this time. Me at Togetic, why are you white? We're either really low or really high. No one guessed like in the 3,000 or 4,000 range, which is more realistic about where I would expect to find it, honestly. Like if I were giving a realistic guess instead of Brandy picking funny lucky numbers, I would realistically guess it'll be somewhere in the 3,000 to 4,000 range. That sounds much more realistic. Cut to us going double over odds. Oh god, I hope it doesn't take double over odds. I'm prepared for over odds. I don't know that I'm prepared for double over odds. Yeah, if we hit double over odds, I might actually start just using the Master Ball. No, that's not true. If we hit double over odds, then I'm gonna sunk cost fallacy myself and go, I've already come this far using just the Premier Ball. I can't afford to use the Master Ball, or it'll all have been in vain. It's famous, yes. The famous sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts. Sounds like it tastes like getting a mouthful of ocean water. I've never had ocean water, so I wouldn't know. Brandy's getting wound up for Battle 69. Yes, we're here. I wish I had more funny things to say, but I can't think of anything. Oh, I guess that's what's happening for Battle 69. We're talking about those salty things, huh? That might have been the worst thing I've said this entire playthrough, and considering how many awful things I said this playthrough, that's a lot. I regret that. Oh wow, we got it without paralyzing it. Let's go. No, number 69 was not it, unfortunately. Eventually, we crept over 100 encounters with no luck. That's okay, I was expecting this. Just gotta lock in. I'm so glad that I did research before this, and I learned that you can start from Outskirts Stand by beating Rilgam Tower. Because my original plan was to like go to Phoenix City, save there, and then walk over every single time. And that was gonna be miserable. That would add so much extra time to the hunt. And like, it's already a long hunt, but like, not starting from Outskirts Stand would have been miserable. The Togetics are just being really bratty today. I'm not a fan of it. They're making me actually upset. Uh-oh. Oh, did the game freeze? Oh, what? Oh, come on, Togetic. Don't do that. Behave. Behave! If you don't behave, we paralyze you. Dragonite comes out with a bat and breaks your kneecaps. Nah, I don't anticipate we're gonna find it anytime soon, honestly. Sub 1000 will be a miracle. But that's okay, that's part of the journey. If I just wanted to have it, like, I could have ordered an action replay and hacked it. There's no point in that. It's about the journey. It's the journey. I used to put a lot of sugar in my tea. I've gotten a little better about it. Oh wait, did that Togetic just... No, Togetic killed itself! Oh, that's our first time having it KO itself. It's okay, that one wasn't shiny. I genuinely liked Z moves. I know, unpopular opinion, I liked Z moves. I liked them more than Megas, which I know is very unpopular. Uh-oh. Did the game freeze? No! 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 Come on! That's sad. Yeah, apparently, the Wii did not like me talking bad about Mega Evolutions. It decided to freeze. Yo! Clockpit! I watched your Shiny Togetic video. Yes, I used your video as a reference when I was setting this up, actually. Yeah, guys, if you want to see someone successfully catch the shiny Togepic... Togepic? What's a Togepic? If you want to see someone successfully catch the shiny Togetic, check out Clockpit's video. We're going slow. My setup is a lot slower than yours because I want to catch it in a Premier Ball instead of the Master Ball. I want the Premier Ball, and that makes it way, way slower. The Master Ball would definitely speed things up. After I get this, or I'll have caught a shiny in every game that I own except XD and Emerald, funny enough. I've never gotten a shiny in Emerald, which is really funny to me. I'm more petty than you are, so don't try me. I'm too stubborn. Oh no, the Togetic fainted! Oh, I didn't realize it was that close, jeez. Again, I was talking too much. That is another failed catch. Wow, this has been a very bad stream for that. Say rip Togetic. Gone but not forgotten. Later, Clock and I talked a bit and brainstormed some ways to optimize things further. I had already considered what we talked about, but wasn't convinced it would save as much time as running 2 Earthquake users. However, that chat convinced me to give another Pokemon a shot. Chohime, the Princess of Butterflies. With Compound Eyes boosting it from 75% to 97.5%, we can use Sleep Powder for a more consistent sleep status, improving our catch odds over Thunder Wave by around 5 to 10%, and by putting it asleep, it can't attack, making it less likely to KO itself with Shadow Rush. Further, unlike Spore users, Butterfree flies, allowing us to avoid our own Earthquakes. Of course, speaking of Earthquake, losing one of our Earthquakers would slow things down a bit, but the better catch odds alone should more than make up for the slight time loss here. The larger issue is if Gyarados comes out and intimidates us, we suddenly miss the OHKO on Milotic and Armaldo, an issue we already saw in some of the earlier attempts. Those two can do some serious damage with Ice Beam or Rock Blast and potentially KO our dragons. Fortunately, I found a solution to that. So, in case you missed that, allow me to illuminate. By using Swagger on my own Dragonite, I can raise his attack by 2 stages. Then, his Persim Berry will cure the confusion. With this, even if Gyarados reduces our attack by 1 stage, we still have the damage to one-shot Milotic. This is the most insane workaround to Butterfree not having Helping Hand that I could possibly imagine. But Helping Hand at home does technically work. Another option was to run Safeguard and Swagger instead, but that takes a turn to set up. If Gyarados and one of those problem Pokemon lead, we risk getting sniped while setting up. We do still have Safeguard, mostly just to have an option to not have to deal with Togetic's status moves. In the last slot, I settled on Attract to immobilize Gyarados, potentially skipping its attacks. For the more common male Togetics, it can also stop it from hitting itself. Finally, I gave her a Lumberry, just in case Togetic wakes up and statuses us before we set up Safeguard. And if you're wondering why not just use a White Herb to deal with Gyarados' Intimidate, well, we can't, for multiple reasons. First of all, Beakamos with an unboosted Earthquake won't KO without Soft Sand, so giving it the White Herb instead won't work. But also, there are multiple trainers we have to fight in Real Game Tower with Pokemon that have Intimidate. Fighting those trainers automatically uses the White Herb, so we wouldn't have it for this fight. If we wanted it, we'd have to re-equip it before every fight once we reach Outskirt Stand, and that's more trouble than it's worth. Hit an Attract on Gyarados and try and make it stop attacking us. Actually, probably shouldn't have done that in case he tries to swap it out again. Yeah, okay, so he does withdraw Gyarados, so we can only use Attract if it's the last Pokemon out, but that's fine. He sends in Houndoom, and now we EQ both of them. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That quote does not apply in the case of shiny hunting, because that's literally what shiny hunting is. And eventually, you do get a different result. It's time for check number Lucky 777. We're gonna hit the jackpot with this one. Come on, fledglings. Let's go gambling. Come on, rally luck, rally luck.
Miss.
Anyway, this continues for a while. Shohime makes things much more consistent. Though we do have the occasional Togetic that Shadow Rushes itself down enough to necessitate the use of the Master Ball, much to chat's enjoyment and my own annoyance. That's when someone by the name of Cabbage61 suggests using a Pain Splitter. Now, I had actually briefly considered Pain Split earlier, but I was thinking about using it to safely lower HP before I thought of Dragon Rage. Using it to raise HP instead works much better. I also floated some other ideas, such as using Trick to give Togetic an Oran Berry to heal only a small amount in a pinch, or Leftovers to keep passive healing, but dismissed those. Pain Split was the best way forward. So with that in mind, I sent in some more support. I made 2 Pain Splitters, just in case one gets taken out, since I expected them to be a bit squishy. However, that ended up not being a problem. Still, they each have strengths and weaknesses, so having 2 for different scenarios is pretty good. Misdreavus is immune to Gyarados' strength, and Levitate also makes it immune to Earthquake. So we were able to fully invest in speed and special defense to shrug off Hydro Pump and outspeed. The only reason it wasn't ran over Butterfree was lack of sleeping option. As for Smeargle, while more frail than Misdreavus due to lacking those key immunities, she does have access to sleep. Lack of immunity to Earthquake made it impossible to run this as a lead alongside Beakamos though. Further, Splatier has Dragon Rage, which can drop the HP again after we reset it with Pain Split. Own Tempo also means she can't be confused to stop us from reapplying sleep like Shohime can. Something that happened a few times and I think actually led to a few faints. Both of them also have Flash. If Togetic can't hit us with Shadow Rush, it can't take any recoil from it. For that reason, I also gave them both Bright Powders too. Which one of the 2 is better to use depends on the situation. If Gyarados is asleep, getting Splatier in might be better to immediately drop the HP again, but otherwise their Paren might be safer. Ultimately, they both function similarly though. Having 2 Dragon Ragers, 2 Sleepers, and 2 Pain Splitters just improves our options. Beakamos and Shohime will still lead though, with those 2 only coming in if Togetic is in danger of fainting. Finally, one last thing. Their Paren has Thunderbolt to one-shot Gyarados the instant we find the shiny to end the battle ASAP, since the 2 game crashes were what made me the most scared. I didn't want the game to crash on me after we got Togetic, but before we saved. With the final team in place, we continued the hunt. Ooh, let's go. Togetic, Gyarados lead. That's the best combo. Oh, this is second female Togetic. Okay. The last one was female too, so 2 back-to-back is fairly uncommon. I don't want to do it. A third female Togetic? Seriously? What are the odds on that? Jeez. Check number 1000. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, I can't believe this. This is 1,000 times we've done this. Remind me again what the definition of insanity is? Nothing. Check number 1000 was a dud, unfortunately. Ah, scary Togetic intimidates us. Ball number 20. Come on, Togetic. Stay in the ball. Oh, great Brat King, stay in the ball. Oh, jeez, finally. Atrocious. That took 20 minutes. 20 minutes for that one check. Oh my god, it froze me again? I've never seen a luckier Milotic. I swear this Milotic has a 70% chance on freeze. It doesn't attack that often, because normally I one-shot it before it can attack. But every once in a while it gets a chance to attack, and I swear it's got like a 7 out of 10 chance of freezing. You saw that, right? So it doesn't matter, but it's still upsetting that it got 2 freezes back to back. I've never seen a luckier Milotic. Oh, hold on. Togetic just killed us. Rip. I don't think this entire time we've seen Togetic actually get a KO. Huge. Now we're gonna get this guy. Oh my god, no! I almost mentioned it. This is the luckiest Milotic I've ever seen. It has a 70% chance on freeze. I swear, this thing always freezes. Of course, it froze here. Atrocious. How dare you? A full restore, but still, I'm insulted that you had the nerve to do that. On the very last encounter of the night, too. How dare you? I hate this Milotic. I have never seen a Milotic with so much luck before. One time it did get a back-to-back freeze. It froze, I full restore... Are you kidding? Are you kidding? I was just about to say, I saw it once get 2 back-to-back freezes, and of course, it uses the opportunity to go for a second freeze. I full restored it, and then it immediately froze me again, and of course, that's exactly what it decided to do here as well. Because why not? Why wouldn't it do that? Dang, again? Really? Oh, we'll take it. Won't complain about easy catches. Much preferable to last night, where we were like a full hour behind where I wanted to be. We were struggling last night, so... You know. Luck is like a pendulum. It swings back the other way eventually. Luck has a way of balancing itself out, so... Yesterday's bad luck is today's good luck. Like the conservation of energy. Luck can neither be created nor destroyed, only transferred. We're gonna get more encounters. Let's go, Togetic. Let's go, Togi. Togi, Togi. Togi, Togi. Togi, Togi. Togetic. Togi, Togi. There you go, 1337. Let's go. But overall, so far, this batch of encounters has been very cooperative, so we'll take it. Thank you, Togetic, for cooperating with us. Just past 1337 attempts. Oh, you're right. We did hit elite number, didn't we? It's a poison type ninja themed evolution. Oh no, Togetic fainted. Oh, I got so busy yapping, we fainted the Togetic. That hasn't happened in ages. Oh no. I'm sorry, Togi. This is truly the saddest day. No, not the, not the, not the knife killing Togetic. No, and nothing. I promise this is possible. I've seen video evidence that you can get shinies in this game. It doesn't look like it, but I promise it has happened. Alright, set up our Earthquake Swagger. Earthquake Swagger sounds like it could be the name of a band, actually. You want to join my band? It's called Earthquake Swagger. Hold on, why does that actually kind of go hard? Let's flash the Togetic. Let's rally luck and get that lucky encounter 777. I want a life-size Togekiss plush. Yeah, come on. Rally luck, rally luck. Give us Togetic on encounter 1077. I'll be so happy. Oh, and they should do Minior for 4th of July. Okay, and... Man, Togetic just hates fun, I guess. Well, miss your Rock Blast. Miss. Oh, no. Oh my god, Chohime the legend! Oh, she survived on 1 HP. Chohime toughed it out so I wouldn't feel sad. Let's go. Definitely the worst one from today. By far. This is double the next worst one of the day. Thank you for the rally luck, too. Rally luck, rally luck. Oh my god, it worked. Thank you. Thank you for the rally luck. You saved us from purgatory. And... nothing. Togi, we got you. That was the funny number check, and it wasn't very funny, it was just normal. Comedy is dead. 2K party time. We're celebrating 2,000 checks. This is check number 2K. Well, that was anticlimactic. I don't know, just an odd choice. Just because I like him. Ah! The Togetic! The shiny! Oh my god, we got it! We got it! Oh my god. Ooh, I've gotta go. We need to hurry and save the game. Oh my god. That was it, right? I'm not hallucinating. Let me double check. That's it. 10/13. October 13th at 9:10 p.m. we have obtained our destiny. Shiny Shadow Togetic. At the end of this grueling duel that lasted about 240 hours, we finally had it. 2,089 resets to get this little guy. Or, if you add in the times the game crashed or I failed the catch, it was a total of 2,099 attempts. And yes, that means that chat reminded me it was a shadow Pokemon that many times too. Thanks, chat. Couldn't have done it without you. By the way, for some context, each reset took on average 10 to 20 minutes, although there were some outliers that got the catch super early at about 8 minutes or super late at 25 to 30 minutes. We started this on June 24th, and this went on till October 13th. Now, I didn't stream this daily, but it was almost weekly, usually with 2 streams a week, lasting 6 to 8 hours each, until October, where for Clock Pit's Shadow Month event, we accelerated things to a daily grind. And hey, that worked, because during that event, we got the shiny. We even got this cute art in celebration from Emumu in the Discord server for getting it during the event. Look at the little guy, he's so adorable. Anyway, that's just some fun side info. And now, at long last, it was finally time to purify the little guy. We took the shiny Togetic to the Relic Stone and used the Time Flute. Finally, he was no longer a shadow Pokemon, and to celebrate, he even earned the National Ribbon, his first ever ribbon. We ended up naming this little guy Chibi, because he's like a little chibi angel, and the B at the end of the name also stands for Brandy. But anyway, here are his stats if you're curious. He ended up with Hidden Power Psychic and overall pretty solid stats. The mild nature isn't amazing, but it's not bad either. And unfortunately, he did end up with Hustle as the ability, which is going to make things a bit more difficult, at least until the later generations when we're able to change it. However, even if this little guy had the worst stats possible, after this insane hunt, I would still have an immense connection to him. And I'm very much looking forward to taking him into the future games and seeing him grow. And whether you watched the original Colosseum story video, or this special highlights version, I want to say, thank you for watching the start of our story. I'm looking forward to all the adventures we'll have together. And again, if this shiny hunt intrigued you in any way, I'd encourage you to check out the original Colosseum video because I did work very hard on it. And it would mean a ton to me if you could do all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, hype, and share this and the original Colosseum video with anyone you think might enjoy it. And lastly, I'd like to give a huge thank you and shout out to Oliver MKP and Clockpit, whose videos helped me a lot with setting up this hunt. Their videos will be linked below. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and Chibi flying off. Thanks for watching!